Why do you one sec? Why do you suggest an EV29?
I think the lift is going to be frequent and the thermal is going to be wide. There's going to be much variation. I flew the first leg in an 18, JS318,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me an hour, 32 minutes to make the first turn point. About
Wow.
180, 185.
Okay.
So I just got in. I did a little bit of. I got in and climbed a little bit in the EV, and I did a much better job getting to the start. Partially because I changed the direction I went, but in part because I think we'll see what everybody else does. But that's my first cut at what I think.
Okay.
Just for,
All right.
it's
EV20.
doable in it's doable in an 18. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Just if you get stuck more than the handicap, it's better to
that's
do.
kind of what I'm thinking. We're early in, so if we want to change, we can. But I see two EVs, not counting me, a JS3 and a 15, Venice 15 meter.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any problem at all doing an EV29, John. That's no worries. I'm happy to do it.
I mean, I'm willing to change. That's just since took a little time to fly it.
Yeah, I haven't looked
That's
at
my,
I haven't looked at anything, so you're the trusted advisor, and there's no worries. Um,
uh,
136 kilograms of water, so that'd be 136 liters. Here we go.
I don't know why they don't give you that parameter in liters instead of kilograms.
It's just a choice. Yeah, it maybe in setup you can change it.
If you can, I haven't found out how to do it.
Okay. Yeah, so if I do 135 liters, yep, 57 kilograms. That's correct. Devices, edit, desktop, select, okay. Close, and then just double check the glider is an EB29. There we go. All right, we're joining.
I'm on toe.
Oh, good. Well, are you missing not being down at the seniors?
I am. I feel lost.
No, I knew. I looked at the long-term forecast and saw it was going to be quite warm. So that it looks like they're getting pretty good weather. But it's personally to go down and to do 1.5 to 2 hour TATs mainly. I just not wouldn't be that excited about it, to be honest.
I always looked at it as this is a great way to go get out of the winters and get ready to start flying.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But I mean, I honestly, I would almost rather go fly somewhere else where I didn't have to deal with 60 gliders in the tow line, and go fly. Rather, it's like, what's the point? It's there's so many variables in a 1.5 hour task with strength and randomness, and then the handicaps. And it's funny how they never figure out that if 15 meter is always the best glider to race, a 27 is winning, and a 15 meter JS3 is next behind that. You'd think that they would modify the handicaps so that you could win in any glider, but year after year, it's always a 15 meter glider, and even a 15 meter standard glider that tends to win. And yet they never repair that error. It's kind of just an observation. What are your thoughts on that?
That whole issue of handicaps have been one of those things been around forever, and frankly, I'm not smart enough to figure out what the handicap should be.
Well, okay, let me rephrase before you go on. So if every single year, the best glider a 15-meter glider always wins, then you would think that that would be a great lesson in that the handicaps are not accurate. It's not. It's,
I mean that's certainly a regressive logic. In other words, you're taking data and looking at it and saying, if the handicap were even, then the number of wins would be spread.
Would be spread distributed evenly between 20-meter, between older gliders, between. Now, obviously, there's maybe arguably a higher density of pilots in 15-meter. That's another argument, but it's really not the case. You have very good pilots in 20 meters discus, 18 meters, and really the handicaps need to be. The problem is the handicaps are set up for full water, but in U.S. club class they're racing handicaps dry, and so you don't get a benefit of having those bigger wings at that low wing loading, because your run performance is so poor. So they just never react to it. It's just amusing to me.
Well, here's the thing too, is the 20-meter two-place ships have the weight, but the conditions down there really don't favor water. And
yeah.
The reason I say that is the typical climb is in the 3 to 4 knot range.
Yeah, so you're right on the edge, and there's a tactical advantage to having more options, being higher and being able to climb in weaker lift easier, as opposed to the very slight amount you gain. Also, the thermals are 3 to 5 miles apart, maybe a little longer, but you're not gaining much in 3 to 5 miles between, let's say, a heavier. And the handicaps do account for the weight. I mean, they are measuring the weight of gliders, but it's just not proportional. And for Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, for the handicaps to work, there would be pretty even distribution of wins and of points, and it's clearly 15-meter is favored. So I just feel like it's so obvious. It's such a obvious lesson to it's a test tube basically for handicaps, and they just don't react to it. Yet it's their quote unquote biggest contest, that and Perry, which Perry is essentially the same thing. They have some.
Perry's class, though.
Don't they have a sports class within?
They do have a sports class within, yes.
It just seems like it seems to me like they would respond to that, especially. The U.S. has their own separate handicaps, and they complain about the FAI handicaps being wrong, yet they never do anything to fix them in the USA, and their best opportunities to take data and make adjustments. It's just a very amusing.
The handicaps were generated years ago. And they've only added in the 18 and 20 meters here in the last few years, but they haven't changed the baseline thinking.
Yeah.
And the baseline thinking was created by the guys that are now flying 18 meter.
Well.
So they're kind of damned by their own creation.
Yeah. But again, I just feel like. Yeah, it's a nice trip. It's a nice vacation. You get out there, you go soaring. That's wonderful, and I agree with that. And when I'm 55, I'll probably go down and do it. But I would, if there was another choice, to go fly against 10 guys in a Grand Prix, all in 15 or 18 meter or 20. I would much rather do that than a.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that completely. Well, one, you don't like the style of ATAs and all that.
Well, no,
I can't argue with that.
I don't mind it. I get it. I mean, there's a reason to do it, right? When conditions are weak or you have a broad handicap range, you have to do it, and I get that. But they have enough gliders down there to do a 15 and 18 meter class. They.
Yeah, I know. It's just that's one of those. The rules were set up years ago, and they've never had a.
You
It's
could
always been a classless race.
you could have multiple champions and more exciting flying for particular pilots, especially when the guy in the DG 100 or an older handicap glider ASW 19, he's not going to compete against a JS3 or an ASW 27 on the current handicaps.
Yeah.
And they just don't respond to it. I would think that would be one of the things that they would. An argument for having a separate U.S. handicap system would be to be more reactive. But it's just control, right? But they don't really do anything with it. I don't know. It's their own. It's just not my cup of tea. In the limited amount of time that I have to soar, that we all have to soar, maybe a few weeks a year or 5 weeks a year, I would rather do the majority of it in, level 15 meter or 18 meter racing, or even open class would be more interesting to me than sports, because at least then it's also all even. You're not relying on a handicap for the strategy or the tactics. Well, that's a big lake. Or ocean. We're right on the ocean. Offshore breeze, too. Or onshore breeze.
Onshore, yeah.
Did you just get disconnected?
No, not yet.
So I was disconnected from the host. I'll try and rejoin.
Got 5 minutes.
All right.
Check your ping rate. Might be part of the problem.
Yeah, Tiffany's definitely working right now.
You're back. Oh no, it just now showed up as disconnected.
Yeah. We'll see if I can get back in. All right, I got back in. Hangar EB29 settings.
We're up to 37 people. So
Yeah. All right, let's try this again.
looking for me. Where am I? Yeah, I got 168 ping. So
Okay.
all right, the count looks like there are a few 15s, but it's mostly 29s and 18s.
I've got a 160 ping, 156. That's a bit high, right?
It's a little bit, but it's not critical.
Okay.
600 is usually what they cut it off at.
Okay. I know Tiffany had a computer issue this morning and is doing a bunch of updates to her computer, so I'm not sure if that's what it was. Now I was 202 there for a second. Well, we'll hope. Now I'm in the very back of the line, though. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
So how is your back feeling, John?
It's here, basically what's going on is it really only hurts when I move, like when I get up and walk,
Yeah.
because the vertebrae have actually fused together because of the arthritis,
Yep.
and so now my upper torso is cantilevered out over my toes, and essentially my back just gets tired of lifting.
Yeah.
And the surgeon that I've talked to two of them now. Both of them tell me it's risky, and one of them described it as very risky.
To try and fix what you have.
Yeah, it's a very involved surgery, and the recovery is like a year.
Would they do it if you approved it?
Oh yeah, they would do it. The one guy that said it was very risky, although he knows how to do it. He doesn't have the privileges in the hospital that can support me for the post-op care. So in that sense, he cannot do it.
So would they break up the fused vertebrae and put a fake pad in between it, that kind of thing, or would they bolt it together?
What they do actually is they go in, they cut a notch. Where if you look at the typical curve in the spine, the way it's shaped, or supposed to be shaped, my upper part is straight. And so what they do is they go in and they cut a notch out, and reshape the spine, and then bolt it together.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to actually reshape the spine. And oddly enough, they go in from the front normally.
Go in from your abdomen.
Yeah. But normally, that's the way they normally prefer to do it, because I've got previous surgeries in that area. There's so much scar tissue, they may not be able to.
Mm. So if you don't get the surgery, it's pain management. Is there any sub-surgery they can do, or something more minor?
Yeah, what they do is, one option is to go in and plant a stimulator that basically neutralizes the pain.
In your body?
Yep. It's like an implant.
Okay.
And they would first do a temporary one to see if it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And if that is effective, then they go in and put a permanent one in. And if we get rid of the pain, then I can live with it.
Right.
Which is what my thinking is if we can manage the pain to the point where it's neutral, then I can live with it. But I've got bad knees, bad back, bad hips, the whole shooting match. So I'm an orthopedic mess.
Oh no, you're right in the sweet spot of medicine. Be able to help you.
Oh yeah. I'm encouraged. So it's just a matter of trying to find that combination of what's going to work.
Right.
There's a wide variance in the quality and the height of the clouds.
Yeah, variation high. Got it. So why did you choose Perry over seniors?
It's further out. I'm meeting with the pain management guy next Monday.
Got it.
So it was just a question of timing more than anything else.
Is that the implant something they could do before you go to Perry, or is that too big of a deal?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
That's what I'll find out Monday. Probably not the permanent implant, but he might be able to schedule in the temporary one.
Right.
So Perry will give me an idea of, if I can get to Perry, it'll give me an idea of what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
If the timing doesn't work out to go to Perry, then I might come do if there's still room, I might come do the Grand Prix.
Okay. Well, I'd love to have you, but obviously, the you having a good time and being comfortable is more important.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to take a long view of this thing.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do. All right, so we are in Slovakia, Croatia here.
This ridge, as minor as it is, going to the first turn point, should work.
Okay.
But not super fast. And I did it at basically in the 15 to 1800 meters all the way down.
And what's the floor? Like 200 meters or something as the ground?
No. I was well above the floor.
Okay.
Which is kind of the point. You want to stay as high as you can. At least I did. In the 18 meter. And I was getting, I got all but maybe the last 20 or 30 kilometers without climbing at all.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. Madsen's in an LS8. But then DGT's in an EB29.
He might regret that one.
Well, he could screw it up. LOI, FRA, SCR. Where's SCR? SCR is in a JS315. So there's a variance here. I mean, it's going to be a modern 15 meter ship, an EB29 probably half the time, and every once in a while an LS8 or ASW20 can win. It's just so.
The other thing is that the top, the cloud specs are at about 2,000 meters.
Got it.
So there's not a lot of climbing, dashing available.
Got it.
DGT's in a 29.
Yeah.
I just don't know if we can maintain the speed we need to keep this thing working.
You mean in an 18?
No, in this one.
Oh.
We got to be able to go faster than the 18 meters, which means that they were doing like I did the first 60 or 80 kilometers at over 200.
Wow.
I'm going down that first leg now, and I'm at 1,900 meters. I'm accelerating.
Copy. All right, I'm rolling.
Yeah, I'm doing 200K right now, holding altitude.
couple guys ran into each other.
Yeah. I didn't look. I don't know if you can repair on this or not.
I don't think so. They usually have it off.
Yeah.
All right. 1,800 meters. Almost cloud base.
Yep. Cloud base is going to be right around 2,000. You might find one up to 2,100 or so, but I'm just hanging out on a hill out here. So let me know when you think about getting started. I'll hit back.
Yep, I've gotcha. You're with DGT. No cloud flying.
Right.
Did you just climb up on that hill? Pretty much?
I climbed up the other direction and came out this way just to have a place to hang out.
Copy. I'm going to be...
Your best bet is to find a cloud over a mountain.
Yeah. Well, TXA is climbing here, so I think he's in a little bit of ridge. And maybe a little bit of the old cloud. I found a climb here, I think. At 1,300.
You must be in that crowd over by the outbound leg.
No, I'm just right at the first hill, right off of toe, climbing here at 5 meters a second, pretty well. So, I'm only 6K from the center of the starting line. I think I'm right under you.
Oh, okay.
came under you a minute ago. I'm not sure where you went. Yeah, I'm behind you, 2.7K.
Yeah.
I'm with Zen. Looks like this'll. I've got ridge and cloud here. Came right off of the bottom of the ridge, so this is staying strong. What's your altitude, John?
2150.
All right, I'm coming through 19.
I'm just northeast of the start line.
Copy. I see you.
I can hang out here, so it's no problem.
I took a point penalty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can start. Looks like there's quite a few people starting.
Yeah, I think we can start anytime to get turned around here. How much time do you think you got before you start?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, I'm about 1 minute out from the start.
I'm in wave here. Half a meter.
How much time to start?
2.5 minutes. 2 minutes. Just go. I'll be in and out of here pretty quick. I just got to make a 180 and go.
Okay. I'm about 1 minute from start.
All right. Looks like we'll be right next to each other. All right, confirm 1,800 meters.
Yep.
All right. I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's start. fastest, the faster guys were, it's a 15 meter doing 210K.
Yeah, he'll have to pay that back though. We
I don't
could.
know what his altitude is,
Yeah.
but he's a fair ways out.
You're more than we can go faster. I'm just flying an MC2 right now.
I'm flying a little over 200, 220. I'm holding altitude, so.
Yeah.
This first cloud is nothing here, not much anyway.
Copy.
There's a little bit. Poured it back in.
And TKM is going as fast as we are. He keeps going in and out of view.
Yeah, he's, I got him down to 5.5 now.
Well, this is definitely an EB-29 kind of terrain.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I got 214. The best I had here was about 190.
Speed?
Yeah, when I did it in 18 meter. Of course, I'm a little smarter this time around, so I did a little bit to that. But
Well, that covers the handicap pretty close.
yeah,
Now there's a big... You're going to the cloud to the left?
yep.
Okay.
Also because the terrain fits,
Yeah.
and it lines up some other clouds.
TKM looks like he's getting low to me ahead.
Yeah, he's a little bit lower than I am. I'm a little bit lower than I was when I came through here the first time. Only about 100 meters. You see that mountain out at the edge?
Yeah.
It looks sort of like a underground,
Yeah, like a table. Yep.
Yeah. That's the beginning of a ridge that'll take us to the turn point.
Got it.
Not quite glide slope to that yet, but if I get this next cloud, I think I will be.
Yeah, I think we got it. We're very close.
Yeah. The other way, if you happen to be low, you can go out to that peak on the left there, but there's an intermediate small ridge that I think will work for us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Pull my fangs in here a little bit.
Your fangs?
Yeah.
What are your fangs?
That's when I get really hungry.
Oh, pushing too hard. Got it.
Yeah. That was one of Frank Painter's expressions I learned from him.
You ever talk to Frank?
I haven't talked to Frank since he quit.
Oh yeah, such a shame.
Yeah, he did a lot of good for me. He
Yeah.
taught me a lot of stuff.
Did a lot of good for a lot of people, but boy, he did have fangs.
He did. We'd be flying along and he'd start getting what I thought was more aggressive than he should be. And I said, Frank, your fangs are showing. He said, oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. It's not a contact sport for sure, and he was a great pilot though. That was just one little. It was a difficult, bug. Because, you could say you're right, but because there's no right-of-way rules, it's mob rules. And it's kind of how they feel about it.
Exactly.
And
his comfort zone was a lot tighter than most people.
Exactly.
And he never seemed to make that distinction. It was, I'm comfortable, therefore you should be comfortable.
Right.
And it doesn't work that way in mob. And you're right about the mob rules. It's the majority decides.
Yeah, I don't disagree with them having issue, but the result I think was bad. I think that.
Well, he also pissed people off with his writing.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I'd say we've got that ridge no problem.
Yep.
If we can get one or two more clouds, we can be a little higher.
1 and a 29 has got a 222.
Behind us?
No, he's in front of us.
Oh, he's probably down on the deck. I mean, there's a big difference between an EB29 and an ASG29. Big difference.
Oh, he's in an EB29.
Oh, okay.
I haven't found him yet. Coming up on JB.
My ping's holding at 130, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
We're leaving the gang behind, so that's good.
Somebody's coming up on me.
You got a guy right below you. A JS3 is well below.
$51K out, and I'm only 300 meters below what I started with. I don't know what the glide slope of that is, but it's got to be good.
Yeah, it's 100 to 1 or more. 200 to 1. Well, you had a good leg here, John. You pulled on me. That cloud you hit, you got a solid pull-up maybe. You getting air before the other side of the hill? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You need some altitude to get over this next ridge. Get to the turn points.
Oh, fatality.
Oh, yeah, bad news. We can either try and climb and go over the top, or we can just put the nose down and go around to the left.
I think in an EB29, it's going to be probably with these clouds in front of us, it's going to be better to just go straight, bump the clouds, and just jump right on.
Yeah.
Because a little right of course, that first part of the ridge is going to work pretty well.
Yeah, I think it will.
Shit, we're still in lift. We're still in lift here.
Oh yeah. He's pulling up in front of me. See what he's got. Not bad. I'm gonna go to the next one though.
Okay. Tim took a climb all the way up to Cloud Base, and he's below us, behind us. We really kicked his ass. I think he's already suffering.
Somebody's close to me, but I can't see. Oh, there he is. TXA.
I like what we're doing here. This is fine. These clouds are worth 10 miles each time we pull up a little bit in it. Maybe I'll buy myself an EB-29, John.
I wish I could.
Fly against 2 other people, but it'd still be fun.
I wonder what one of those things costs rigged out to compete.
About $500,000.
$500,000?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Hell, I couldn't afford the insurance on it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not missing that much. I mean, it'd be wonderful to fly, but pain in the ass to rig, pain in the ass to store, pain in the ass to fly and water and do all those things. It's...
You'd have to have you really ought to have a dedicated crew to do that.
Oh, for sure. Look at Butler.
Yeah. JAB's trying that right ridge.
Yeah, I see.
If he can stay on top, he might be okay.
I don't think there's any value to that right ridge. This left ridge is going to be so much stronger. We're going to arrive right on the top of it, too.
Yep. We're holding right at just above 200, 204.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a nice task going. I'll be here to pick up the scraps if you make a mistake.
The thing about it is, at speed we're flying, we're not going to improve on that. So
I know. But that's okay. The other guys are they're gonna suffer at the next low crossing.
yeah. Well, the lead guy is an EB-29. He's only 201, so we're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
We'll probably lose a little speed here, but we're going to gain the altitude without having to stop.
Yeah. So once this group went straight across, everybody behind is going pretty much straight across. We're going to be right on the steepest part of the ridge, so this is good.
Yeah.
Nothing?
And lift. But it's off the ridge.
Right.
Nothing from the cloud yet.
Right.
Good here.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Go to the ridge. I think that's better where it really is.
Looks like we're going to be just a little slower than DGT. Unless we get some big speed bonus here coming into the turn point.
Well, we are got a little bit of downwind, but not much.
Right. Looks like we might need a climb here after this turn.
Yeah, on the downwind, yeah. It's almost a pure downwind leg.
Yep. Well, we should have lots of markers. I'm on your right. I'll keep an eye on you as you turn.
I'm gonna try this cloud.
Yeah, I like that. I'll go to it with you.
Let me see what happens here.
I'm right inside of you.
Okay.
So we're abreast.
Valley. Yeah, I got it.
It's a little bit out of the way here, but we'll see. Pulling.
Gotcha. You're clear.
Five meters. We've got the next turn point made, but not the terrain. I've got you in sight.
Okay.
We can go anytime you want.
Next turn.
Okay? Or we can keep going. I mean, 4.5 knots on the downwind is not a bad thing.
No, it's not. Let's go take it to cloud base.
Copy. It's increasing. $800 meters to final glide to the finish.
Yeah, we got a mountain to climb.
Yeah.
I'm gone at the end of this turn.
Copy. I'm
Next down. Next down.
50 feet behind you. Yeah, I don't think those guys. Look, they're over to the left, really low on that ridge ahead. We could just go right. We could just go right across the terrain to that next ridge.
Yep. Looks like there's a little bit of a track here. Unless you want to hit that cloud to the left.
I'm fine with either. I mean, I think keeping our altitude through here is smart. And if we go to the left, we can use that terrain on the way over to the right. So let's do that.
Yeah.
rather than just, no clouds and nothing. Well, everybody hit our cloud behind us. We kind of helped those guys.
Yeah.
Good idea to hit that cloud.
And that turned out well.
Yeah. So we want to be right on top of the ridge here if we do this. Caught TXA big time.
Yeah, they're all stopped climbing on that one mountain there. Good air here.
Good.
This cloud turn right.
Yep. TXA saw us coming and ran. There's Jab. I don't think we have to go quite as far in as they did, but it's up to you where you want to go from here. I'd say let's go back on course to that next big hill. Just ride the high ridge here straight ahead. Go around to the right of that big mountain.
Yep.
We're getting great air here. We're on steep ridge.
Wind's right on our tail.
Yeah.
When we turn right here, we'll have a little bit of crosswind.
Yep. Another thing we could do is we could, I think it's too big of a deviation, but that ridge to the left, we could dive through that and run it, but it doesn't go far enough towards the turn point. So
I think this will be good for us. We already got over.
yeah.
We get to stay on top of the terrain.
TXA is hosed.
Still in the lead with 199.
He's probably very, very low up there at that turn point. It's a matter of local knowledge and knowing what that turn point provides. Looks like you have to go. You'll be in a unlandable valley and then you got to go up over those mountains to the left.
Yep. I'm thinking we're trying to get on those cloud streets too. There's one to the right, one to the left.
Okay.
I would favor the one to the right because it's in line.
And it's
the left is closer.
But it's also not in the lee of this cloud, of this hill. Like, those guys are going out into the lee of this hill right now. Jab, and we have a little right crosswind here. Not much. It's your call where you want to go, though. I'm happy with either.
Couldn't decide to go over the top.
First cloud's dying. A little.
Yep.
Let's go out. Ooh. Actually, we're more on course. Those guys are on course, so I think we are going to commit to this left side now.
Yep.
We might as well hit that cloud anyway, because it's still pumping a little.
Might have landed out.
Yeah.
He likes to fly high.
Gnomes?
It's like
Oh, Ocker. Yeah.
Ochre is. It's the second or third time he's gone through a cloud.
What do you think about this next cloud? I mean, we're 19K away. We need 600 meters. There's 4 climbers in it. If it's a good climb, we could take it most of the way and then just use a little ridge. We're too low to get to the top of the ridge on these mountains right now. They're to the left.
I think you get in here and climb with these guys.
We have even speed with the fastest guy now. DGT is in here.
Yeah, I see you now.
We're way faster than he is, but he just finished that climb, but he's not much higher than us. He's 5K ahead and just a touch higher. Tempted to go to that cloud DGT's going. It looks a little stronger. The second one?
Now we'll see what the first one gives us, and if we don't get 5 out of it, we'll go to the second one.
All right.
I'm on your left, you're clear.
All right. Yeah, I was just centering this first part, and then I'll go to the right if I need to.
Looks like they're all turning left.
They don't look like they're climbing well to me. Here's the pole. Only 1 knot. I'm going to go straight to GGT.
Yep.
Looks like he's in a left turn. Good center here. I'm about 3.8.
3.4.
$250 to final glide. So if we can get to final glide and then just use the top of the ridges, we should be fast.
Yeah.
I'm up to 4.1. It seems like you're climbing even with me right below me.
Yep. 4.1.
Tef? We're crossing final glide right now at an MC of 2. Close to cloud base.
We'll lose a couple hundred feet on the way out. I'm ready anytime.
All right, well, I'm finishing my one last turn. Go whenever you feel ready. I'm right behind you so I can see you.
Okay. How about?
Woohoo! All right, we're just slightly over final glide at 2.3 MC, so don't overcook it.
I think we actually have to climb again. I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm not sure how
to get a
how those mountains are.
yeah, to get over the mountains, we may have to climb a little bit, but not much. We should be able to just use the mountains and glide right through.
This is a quarter turn.
Yeah.
Just put the red dot on the inside. Go These show up though, don't they?
Yeah. Now, DGT, if he finds a really good spot to climb on the ridge and he was high enough to get to it, he may gain a little bit on us, but we're taking more risk out of the equation. And it looks to me like it's a fast ridge. So you'll see it once we turn. I mean, it's a question of deviating a little or... So the ridge to the right, if we hit that, where KJA is, that could be a good path to take. So,
Between all that stuff,
yeah, I mean, we could bump the clouds, or we could go to the right and hit the ridge and run it. Yeah, let's go where EUS is. Go a little bit right, and then we'll use that ridge left, of course. Skip the cloud. Sound good?
Okay, yep, EUS going.
I'm a little left of EUS because we have so much more performance, but if we could get on that ridge and run it a little bit, that steep part in the middle, and then the next part, I think we'll have final glide home easy. .600 meters is the finish minimum. And we may actually want to climb on this ridge just a little.
Yeah, the next ridge in front of us is higher than we are, I think.
Yeah.
Or as high as we are. Yeah, we gotta climb.
So right where M2K is really going to be strong air. Excellent air. This is the money ridge right here, I think. I think we can make it from here. I'm not showing an X on my XE anymore, I believe. We're close. Very close. Should be a good climb here. These EB29 wings are going to help us on this next leg, on this next jaunt here.
Yeah.
Here we go. I think we played it perfect, John. So let's see here. We're 184. First guy just finished 198. I think we can, in 30K, get close to that. We should be pretty darn close to red line.
We got over.
Yeah. Oh.
Is he in front of us?
Yes.
Oh, upward mobility.
Yeah. He pushed it a little too low, I think. Speed's coming up. It's going to be very close.
I think this is the last piece of clearance we've got to make right here.
Yeah, that's it. We're in the open now.
I'm at B and E,
Same.
175 or 275. Just cleared that mountain.
Four minutes of flying time. I think we're going to be very close to the top speed. I probably could have left just a little earlier. Uh, yeah.
You probably will.
Yeah, I'm at 191. Increasing pretty fast, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
DGT made this fast.
Yeah, we already got him beat. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I might beat ERJ, but I'm not gonna beat LOI.
It goes over in the cloud again. What's he flying anyway?
Venice 3, 18.
Yeah. And you must be into the warning all along because you've gone opened up on me.
Yeah, I'm right,
Went in and out of it.
right on the red line. Yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Did you end up?
Second, 194.9. A minute behind, minute 59 seconds behind Lou.
Good job.
You'll be right in there. You'll be fourth. Yeah, good job. Oh, the Neroni Venice 3 corrected out above us slightly.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had 188 speed. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, in an 18 meter.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Well, I might stay on the podium here. We'll see.
I've got to run.
All right, John, that was a ball.
I will see you.
All right, good job. Thanks.
I don't think I'll make the afternoon session.
Yeah, I can't either. I might try and fly tomorrow night or something, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, this is enough for me for today.
Yeah.
That was great, though. I'm really pleased with that. So thank you very much.
You bet. Enjoyed it.
Okay. See ya. Bye. Oh, I got punted to fourth. Another EB29 got me. I'm interested to see how Madsen does here. He's 12K out. Wow, I got pushed to fifth. Terrible. Sixth. JS 315, 175. That's pretty damn good. There's TXA finishing. Opened up on him pretty good. All right, Manson's going to finish in 10K. 165 and a LS8 Neo. I think I've got him. He's not gaining any speed either, which means he's on a pretty flat final glide. 166, 10K to go. Coming through that cut. 166.4, so you'll get to 168 or so. I don't think he's going to do it. HTJ in an ASW20, that's interesting. There's TKM, 6K out. It's got to be the hat. Look at that. Now that is a hat for soaring. All right, Tim is close. He's up to... get punted again. Zen got me. Zen moved up to second. LS8 Neo 10K slower than a JS3 that beat me. Yeah, I think he might have me. He's got 4K to go though. He's really pushing. He's pushing low, and then you're going to see him pull up. Ah, son of a bitch. He got second. Oh, man. Pushed me down to 963 points. Eighth now. All right. It's fun with Condor. See you tomorrow. Or the next day I can get away.